Orleans hasn't bounced back yet. And I think, yeah, we have the video coming on now.
Here's the video. We got a caller coming in.
Yeah. Rick, you there? Alright, man. You're about to come on live on the air. So I just wanted to call you and...
Back live.
You ready? Okay. We're coming in. 5 seconds.
3, 2...
That's the comparison, and I believe I have a caller on the air.
Rick Duoff from Texas, who's been affected directly by this this tropical storm. Has called in to tell us a bit about what he's been going through down there. How have things been down on your end?
Well, we're good right now. Hectic all week.
Yeah.
A lot of floods, a lot of chaos, a lot of water. People not really knowing what to do. Not a lot of people prepared for this. And now there's a lot of helicopters flying around. A lot of volunteers took their own boats and went to rescue people on their own time. And the only people that was really coordinating it was the police that was out there helping them when they brought people in, getting them to shelters.
How has your family been?
Oh, my family was fine. I prepared for this.
Right.
I had food, water, non-perishable, stuff to eat, and my truck all gassed up before this thing even hit Corpus Christi. So I was prepared.
So you expected it to be this bad?
No, I wasn't expecting it. Prepare for the worst, hope for the best. And unfortunately, the worst hit. And fortunately for us, the little park that we live in is really high ground, so everything around is flooded. I mean, if I went 20 feet from where I live, I was in 30 feet of water, but we were dry where we were at. My neighbor evacuated, but he left his boat sitting there and said if I need it, I could use it just in case. Never got that high.
Right. That's a blessing. That's a blessing. We've been watching here from the nation's capital, man, and it's a pleasure with you checking in with there on my show here. We've been talking about what has happened and what hasn't happened, meaning that we had almost 11 years now, and Katrina came through not too far from you, where you're at now, and the preparedness of one not so much the locals, because we're hearing those stories of locals and you guys banding together and helping out one another. But what we're talking about is more of a state and national response that should have been prepared for.
They were actually a lot better prepared this time compared to Katrina. Now, I grew up down here. I was born and raised down here. So when Katrina hit, I was living in Phoenix, Arizona. So I saw all that on the news, and I came back and helped, the area recovering around here. But this time, it was our local sheriff and first responders that called for the help for all these people and individuals and folks, because they didn't have the resources on hand for the immediate response. And everybody that had a boat, an airboat, a monster truck. I mean, I've seen monster trucks jacked up 8 feet in the air, being towed in here, coming in to rescue people. I mean, that's here. I don't know about Houston, but that's here in the Golden Triangle, in the Beaumont, Port Arthur area. And it was our local officials calling in that help that really helped. They stepped up. All these residents stepped up to do that.
Right. So is the water subsiding now, or
they recited some in Port Arthur, and I mean the water's going down a little bit in Beaumont. Parts of it's going down. Unfortunately, there's been a lot of rain just north of here, and we have a lot of reservoirs, and one of the dams had to open up its floodgates in order to relieve some of the stress. So now we have, that dam is releasing 45,000 cubic feet per second of water, D, and all that water is coming down now, and Nature's River, I'm 2 miles away from it, it's cresting tomorrow at about 37 feet above flood stage.
Wow.
And then that water is going to be hitting in the middle of next week, which is going to keep all these flood waters at the level they're at now, if not higher. So it's a little rough here, We got Army National Guard running down the highway and amphibious tracked vehicles. Them damn things are loud too.
Right.
And the helicopters, they're still pulling people off of houses and everything. And they're still pulling people out of boats. And in the county, just over in Orange County, they're calling for a lot of evacuations, expecting the floodwaters to rise even higher.
Right. Can you explain to my audience, you said you're in Port Arthur, can you explain where that is in relation to Houston, Texas? You guys are more
Port Arthur is about 90 miles east of Houston and about 18 miles south of, about 10, 15 miles south of I-10. It's right on Sabine Lake and just a 10-minute drive from the Gulf Coast. It's right on the coast.
All right. Man.
How do you think your neighbors who weren't so lucky are going to be able to fare in the long term? You think a lot of people are going to have to leave your area because of destruction on their property?
Yeah, a lot of people lost their houses, and in Port Arthur and parts of Beaumont and a little north of there in Orange County. It's never flooded. It's a 1 in 1,000 year storm event. Nobody's ever got this much damn rain except for Hawaii at one time. There ain't nothing they can do. They ain't gonna be able to live in their house without doing some, extreme cleaning. Like Katrina, they're gonna have to gut their houses.
Gut and demolish houses, right?
I imagine it's gonna be just like Katrina. We're gonna see neighborhoods that are just desolated afterwards, uninhabitable areas.
Yeah, man. Wow. Man, I appreciate you calling in, man. We began my show with you. I knew we was having you to call, and we're here in the district of cannabis here, and but we're very well aware of what happens around our country and within our own community, and we definitely wanted to get you on the line Can you tell my audience where they could help if there's a place that they could send something to? We're here at Listen Vision Studios are collecting non-perishables to send to your region, and we just want to make sure that the perishables that come to you guys. So,
Well, the only perishables that are getting in right now is through the military fly-ins through the airport, and some of the Red Cross is actually able to get in, and a lot of the local ministries, the names of which I'm not familiar with because I haven't gone and asked for no assistance, so
right.
I'm not familiar with it.
You're a prepper, man. Yeah, I know about that. Preparing for the worst and hoping and hoping that it doesn't come. Man, our prayers are with you and your family, your friends, the locals down in your area and in the region.
We appreciate it.
We appreciate you checking in and telling, not only here in D.C., but my show goes worldwide.
We appreciate everybody thinking about us, man.
We appreciate you.
It's going to be rough for a while, but we'll get through it. We're Texans. We'll get through it.
No doubt, man. You be safe and be blessed down there, man.
All right, bros.
Be blessed, man. Thank you for calling in.
Thank you, Rush, for calling in, man.
There you have it, man. Live.
Scrogging with the Scroger.
Serious. You know. I wanted to just start the show off with what's happening right now in the country, and it's real. People are really,
They're affected by this.
I don't watch the news. So like Facebook and some social media videos is what I saw. But what I saw today, I didn't grab the video, but what I saw today was, if you guys are following Puffy on Twitter, he posted today of a gentleman that he lost his house, and he was going back to the house to go get some toys, but his kids said he wondered if the piano was destroyed. He's sitting in there in the water playing the piano for the kids because the piano still worked. Played a song for him. It was like, it's real. As you see the water, just below his windowsill and in where he's sitting at, the piano still worked. So, yeah. I appreciate that, Stephen.
Oh, no problem. I was through the social media I was mainly following this guy, Rick, who, I don't know, I friended everybody on Facebook and somehow we became friends. And he was, describing the events and posting videos of it. And I figured he would have a good insight to bring to the show, since we're thinking about those who have been going through this nightmare down there in Texas.
Yeah.
But it sounds like, I think they'll bounce back.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt, man. So, man, that was real as it gets, man. Like, I can't, express more that community matters. And when things happen, you should come together. And it sounds like down there in Port Arthur, they are bounding together and supporting each other and bringing all their resources that they have together. So salute to you. And salute to y'all watching me live. We're live on YouTube right here. So, yay.
Now, Scroger, can you tell me a little bit about what's happening in front of us?
What's in front of us right here in these bags?
What's in front of you in these bags is soil, dirt.
What kind of soil, though?
It's super soil.
Hey!
I had a super soil mixing party this past week. and on Saturday, and we made up some super soil, and I also made up some starter super soil also. So for your starter, so you didn't have to let it cook. What's in this bag is 5 gallons of the super soil that needs to cook over the next 2 months. What's in this bag is a starter mix, and I'll explain the mixes. And then what's in this bag here is last year's super soil mix. So, and I put them all in these little tubs so I can explain the differences. But before I do that, Steven was there. He got some footage. We had some company also.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What kind of company?
Some special company.
Oh, yeah.
We'll talk about them when we get back after this.
Oh.
Scrogging with the Scroger, man. Super Soul Mixing Party.
Hey.
Last Saturday, yo. Salute the Los the Green Thumb. Salute the Gigi. Salute the Booby. Salute to everybody who came out, showed support. Here's the video. Super Soul Mixing Party.
Scroger, how's the bring your own buckets soil part of your own?
Hey, you got my piece? Oh, hell yeah. I purposely didn't wear a piece today. No, but I'll get one. What's up? I don't know. My phone ringer is off. I've been asleep all day. My back's fucked up.
Local compost and worm casting here locally. All the trace minerals I got from local high.
This is before they showed up.
Before they showed up?
Yeah, we had already made up one batch. This is early. This is the starter. There they go. Oh, there was way more than that. They sat there the whole day. Like, for
To
real.
watch y'all make dirt?
Watch me make soil, yo. Yeah, that's worm casting.
Are you not entertained?
That's worm casting.
Are you not entertained?
That's some rice oil.
They sat there and watched y'all play with dirt.
They did.
Early.
That's that bat. And then scoop some more. Scoop some more compost.
That's funny.
What's good with you, yeah? Stay there the whole time, yo.
You see it in the back.
Yeah. Got that shot, Steven. They ass in the back, bro.
Better for the video.
Oh, yeah, it
You
was.
hear that? Like that makes it even better for the video. For them to be in the background like that.
Yeah.
Because then it just shows your tactiles at work.
Oh man, I think we're gonna talk about they ass. We're gonna talk about that soil first. Then we're gonna talk about they ass.
They ass.
Alright. We got a video for they
wasting
ass
my money.
too.
Standing there doing nothing.
What up with y'all? Y'all good? Sorry I can't switch y'all in. Scrogging with the Scroger on listenvisionlive.com. You can check that.
In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Yep. That was us making super soil. No doubt. The super soil itself. Last year I made some super soil up that was not totally organic. This year I made a super soil that was. The super soil itself, it's made with local worm casting local compost. Shout out to Veteran Compost, north of Baltimore. Might want to check them out. Also, rice hull for aeration, fat, some kelp meal, some bone meal, some blood meal, some fish meal, some oyster shells, some Epsom salt, some dolomite, some humic acid, some rock phosphate. All of these trace elements and minerals are put into the super soil. And you let that soil cook over 3 months, 2 months.
Well, this stuff right here has been cooking for a whole year now.
Yeah, that's
Over
the other mix. I believe I have a picture
Yeah,
of the
so
subcool
cool.
super soil mix and the list that's in that. If you could pull that up, that would be subcool super soil mix image. And we'll look at that and I'll tell you what that was right there. What I didn't use was Roots Organic. What I did use was Pro Mix last year as the base. And then the worm casting, and then the bone meal, the bat, the blood meal, the rock, everything that you see there is in this. And it cooked over a year. So, with that said, this super soul is hot. So what you don't want to do is put this directly into this, because you might burn the roots up. Okay? So what you want to do is like get you some starter and build around. And what I'm actually going to do is transplant this clementine into the old super soil from last year, live right now. And then we'll get back to them boys showing up to the super soil mixing. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go live, and of course I need this. You'd be ready. Hold this right here. Alright. I'm gonna come around the other side. We're going. Let's play. Here we go. There we go.
Hey.
Boom. I got the old superstore, which is warm and hot. So you want to transplant, and I have it in this good old sandbag that the worm castings were delivered in.
Need a cup or something to take that out.
Nah, I don't need no cup.
Pour it in.
Yeah, we just gonna pour it in.
Okay.
Right here, boom. So,
It's alive. It's alive. It's alive.
Now this super saw has perlite in it, which doesn't break down. The other super saw has rice hull in it, which is rice hull, which does break down. What I'm gonna do is use this starter soil to buffer the hot. So here we go. Push the cup in. Here's some starter. Push it around. Push the cup back down in that hole right there. What you're actually doing is building a little cocoon around your roots. Oh. Yeah. Technical difficulties for you.
We back though.
We are back live.
Back live. Scrogging with the
Yo.
Scrogging.
Sorry about that, y'all.
Liddy and
For those that was watching, y'all just did a backflip.
Yeah,
It's all good.
we back live.
Hopefully you can see. Nope. Put that right there. There you go. Bam. But what you're doing is building a cocoon around. So I'm gonna flip this out. I'm gonna push these roots right up in here. It's kind of wet, that's why I like kind of crumbled like that. That's okay. I meant to put a little bit of micro riser in there. It's okay. I'll pour it around. What this does is promote roots colonies. This is clementine, y'all. Oh yeah. So, you still have roots on the top that you don't want to get burnt from the super soil. So, fill in with the starter soil. And if you're using organic soil, you can continue to use it over and over again. Just make sure you flush. So, what I've done is I've built a cocoon around the clone itself out of the cup. And now,
More dirt.
we're going to pour that super soil up in here. The rest of it. Now that starter soil has worm castings, a lot of worm casting, rice hull, some nitrogen enriched back guano, and some compost. That's it. A little bit of Epsom salt. So, tap it down a little bit. She's done. And I won't have to put nutrients on her ever. She's never seen nutrients. I've never put nutrients on these plants. And they're not going to see any nutrients. So there you go, man. Transplanting in a super soil. Scrogging with the Scroger. And with that said, we had some visitors on Monday.
Oh yeah.
Saturday. So I think we got a little video of them too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 4.5 hours, 4+ hours.
What?
Your taxpayers' dollars.
Wasting my money.
Here we go, man.
Scrogging with the Scroger.
So they like taking over people's cars now. This is private property right here.
What's that?
You're really
where's the art?
Where's nothing better to do, man. They see a bunch of people gathering in peace, man, and they come to disrupt that peace. For absolutely nothing, man. I could think of a few other reasons, but I'm gonna stay silent, bro.
Wasting my tax money.
You got 30 seconds on this video.
Yeah, it's cool.
We got 15 seconds. We're coming back live in 5, 4, 3, 2.
So are they?
Scrogging with the Scrogging.
Hey, yo. Transplant. We got them boys visiting us.
So you're teaching people how to make
We
super
taught
soil.
the police how to make super soil.
Hopefully their guidance will be
Wasting my money.
Well, what it really is that at one point you had 5 cars. You had like 12 officers. The whole day you had 7 officers. I got all their names. They asked me my name, but I don't have to identify myself at all.
Yeah, one of them came up to me and was like, "Here you are," like gave me this card, was "Here you are, Mr. Baker," and I couldn't figure out if he was trying to like insult me somehow, or if he was trying to intimidate me by like saying my name, but yeah, I got it wrong.
You got the name wrong.
Yeah, yeah, it was some really half-assed intimidation. I'm gonna have to say.
What they did was this: they sat up on this is why they came. I'll tell you this. On Eventbrite, I put the address as 2500 Burns Street, right? Wasn't joking. 2500 Burns, right? But there is no 2500 Burns at all. The address does not exist. It's 100 block. Okay? So that was number one. They drove down, the same officers that you saw in the clip, with the same one patrol car and one Explorer. They drove down to the end of the block, stood parallel to each other, looked around, looked up at the 100 block. Yeah, they're at the right 100 block, but they didn't see anything. So they drove off. About 10, 15 minutes later, they came back, and what you saw is in the video, they came back and they proceeded to write tickets to every car on the block. Then they proceeded to stand across from the event where we're making Super Soul and stood there all day. I asked them, what's going on? Have we done anything? Oh, no, this is public space. I said, man, where's the white shirt? They're like, huh? I said, where's the white shirt? Where's your boss? Because 7 officers, where I know for a fact in another part in this neighborhood would be very, very useful if you're standing for deterrent. What I believe is that it was the standing of a deterrent for people to come to the event by sitting on the block. Even so much so that somebody posted on social, this is a setup. Like, Scrog, I'm going to get educated and faded, but it's a setup because you had the police directly on the other side from where we were making Super Soul. No vending, food, drinks, doobies.
We're just enjoying ourselves.
And enjoying ourselves, making up organic Super Soul. And it's just a situation where you can have whatever you want, right? But when it comes to like 12 police officers and 5 cruisers at one location, right? Is that because I'm on the south side of the river? Would that be it?
I would say so. I mean, I remember speaking to someone not far from there who had to spend almost 30 hours in the lockup for a nickel of weed. Was eventually released, no charges filed. It was
I'm
like
just
harassment.
saying that, yeah. Make sure y'all keep your plants labeled too. Clementine. But check it, man. I'm going to speak on something, and I'm going to keep it 100 here. Initiative 71 exists because of East of the River.
Yeah.
Initiative 71 exists because of East of the River.
Yeah.
The residents of East of the River was the same 91% that was touted on being arrested. But on East of the River, people are still getting arrested. The resources are still non-existent on across that bridge, yo. People are still getting locked up. There was a news report 2 months ago saying that statistics were back up pre-Initiative 71, but yet nobody who put forth Initiative 71 is putting forth any effort to change that. A lot of people benefiting, but nothing is being put forth. So my question is, where are the .orgs that put forth all this effort? And where is the effort being done east of the river? That'd be my question.
I think they're upset, with the legalization of weed. It takes away the ability of the police to be able to oppress those they see as undesirable.
I'm just saying that pre-arrest records initially 71, and now arrest records seem to be the same in the same pockets and same areas in southeast and in northeast, east of the river.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Same problems.
But yet, Initiative 71 was brought forth because of the disenfranchised African American population and people of color being arrested. So my question is, where are the resources still 2.5 years after Initiative 71? The resources are still non-existent in Ward 6, 7, and 8. Period. It's bullshit. That's what I believe. I can make the super soil, I can give the seeds, I can do the clone shares, I can give the education, I can still do that. But I'm just one person. I'm talking about, where are the $1 million .orgs around this city that are banking and benefiting on cannabis? Where are they at east of the river?
I don't think they are east of the river.
They don't even come on the side.
But yet, the benefit of Initiative 71 is solely put forth on the disenfranchised people of D.C. So while you're sitting in your K Street office collecting checks, you need to bring your ass to the south side. That's what I'm saying. You need to bring the Ward 8 while you're celebrating and enjoying the plant. You need to start going over and educating. And I'm not talking about the community. I'm talking to the .orgs of Washington, D.C. Every cannabis.org that exists here that's collecting cannabis funds. Where the hell are you? Check it. Few events. Tonight, Howard is an event. It's called Sun Kiss Sundown. Talim Kweli, he'll be there, getting it in. It's a benefit concert. It's put forth for those that empower people in this city. Check it out. Tomorrow, it's Reggae Fest. Reggae vs. Soca. I got a clip of what you miss almost every time I say Reggae Fest. You might not want to miss Reggae Fest tomorrow. Reggae Fest Soca. Here we go.
Scrogging with the Scrogging.
How long is this? How long is this? No, I don't have time for that. Just let it. It's gonna come on right now. Beanie Man's gonna come on right now. And then we're gonna come back.
Let me know when we bring it back to you.
Alright. Alright, bring it back.
Alright, come back live in 5, 4, 3, 2.
That was the last Reggae Fest. That was Elephant Man. Reggae Fest vs. Soca. That's tomorrow. Number of events going on throughout the city. Check them out. Support your own. We out, man. Scrogging with the Scrogger. Listen Vision Studios. Listen Vision Live. DOD. Stephen of Capital County News, man. Y'all grow good, y'all smoke good, and y'all eat good. I got one more thing, man. Check it. I had logos built. Shoot that picture of me. The picture of me. Just that picture. And then shoot the picture of the two logos. That's one. Shoot the other one. Here we go. This is what I want, man. Graphic designers out here, man. Give me that picture of me. There's 3 pictures. Before we end this show, graphic designers, I need a new logo. I need a new logo for me, similar to the logos that you're about to see. Taken from this picture right here.
Well, we're just,
So it's a
waiting for
throwback
sec.
pictures.
The picture that I took and I asked those to make a logo with.
So
Well, just throw my 2 logos up
Switching
there.
over in Wirecast. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. It's not switching over in Wirecast. I'm trying to find a re-download for it.
Don't worry about it, y'all. I'll get that on the gram and everything else, yo. Scrogging with the Scrogger. Listen Vision Studios, listenvisionlive.com. Deuces. Y'all grow good, y'all smoke good, and y'all eat good, man. Knowledge is free if you listen. Now is the time to educate the masses. 2, produce, not consume. Blue and yellow. Hashtag no bushwhackers. We out. Deuces to y'all.